Hi guys, it's Elodie here and welcome back to my channel. Yeah, welcome back for another video. If you're new here, yeah, my name is Elodie and I do makeup video, I do vlogs too, but today's video is gonna be about makeup. Yeah, so yeah, if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss anything. And yeah, let's get started. So today's video is gonna be about my palettes. So yeah, I have 27 palettes so far. I have both high-end and drugstore, of course, but I would say half-half, like half drugstore and half high-end. For the high-end, I have Urban Decay, I have Huda Beauty, I have Anastasia Beverly Hills. I just love those three brands and I'm good with them. For the drugstore though, I have more. Do I have more varieties? I have COLOURPOP, I have JUVIA'S, I have Morphe, Allure. I used to have BH Cosmetics, but I decluttered all of my BH Cosmetics palette, and I've decluttered some of my JUVIA'S palettes. It's just because I didn't use these palettes, and I'll put a link below on my JUVIA'S palette collection that I had before. And so you may be surprised, but I decluttered the Afrique palette and the what is it called, the Saharan palette. So you won't see those two on my video in case you might be surprised. But yeah, let's get started. Alright, so number 27, I have this palette from Tarte. I don't use this palette anymore. I used to use it. I already did a video with it, not on my YouTube but on my Facebook page. And I used to really like this palette. I like the packaging of it though. It has the flamingos on it. It's super cute. And it's called Passport to Paradise, I think, and it's from the holiday collection from Tarte. It was not last year, it was holiday collection 2018, I think. And so yeah, I used this palette a couple of times, January, February, and then I stopped using it. It's just not as pigmented as I like. The next one I have is actually this palette from COLOURPOP. It's the Fortune palette. Okay, yeah, this palette is pretty. It's like everything I want. The reason why I didn't declutter it when I went to Madagascar is that this is one of the palettes I used for my wedding day. My wedding day was a big day for me, and so just for that reason I didn't declutter it. There's nothing wrong with this palette. It is pigmented. It's creamy. I just have like the previous one, I just have other palettes that I like more than this and that I can find those colors in. So those palettes that you're gonna see, those six, I would say there's 6 last palettes. They are palettes that I don't usually use and I don't reach up very often. It's because I don't like them that much, so yeah. Okay, the next one is a palette from Morphe. It's the 35M Boss, is it called Boss Mood palette or something like that? I just got this palette in November. I've only used it once. I don't know why I don't like this palette. I just bought it because it has some colors I don't have in my other palettes. It has nice greens, nice berry shades, purple, oranges. So the reason why I keep it is just because I don't really have those colors in my other palettes. And yeah, so that was number 25. Now number 24 is this palette here from JUVIA'S. I just learned that the pigmentation is not just what I judge the palette for. To be honest with you, the only reason why I got this palette is just because it has this shade Madagascar which is my country, and I just thought it was cute. And yeah, I got this palette just because of that reason. The colors are made for me. The pens are super big. I'm never gonna finish this palette for sure because I don't really use it. Here's the thing, you're gonna learn in this channel that I like pink and purples and just, I don't know, I used to like really warm colors, but now I just like pink and purples, and you're gonna see me wearing lots of pink and purples and palettes that I rank I'd say higher, or palettes that have those colors, and that works perfectly. So yeah, that's probably why I don't really use this palette anymore. Okay, number 23 is another JUVIA'S palette. I used to like this palette a lot too. This was my first JUVIA'S palette actually. It's the Masquerade palette. Again, there's nothing wrong with it. I just think that the brown ones are not really that pigmented. I'm talking about the matte colors. I don't know. I've used this palette a couple of times too, and then I just like stopped using it. Third and fourth row, it's just like warm colors. Those are like more adventurous colors. I've used those colors before, yeah, just like once, twice, and that's just it. Like, I don't know, I just, same reason I keep this palette because I don't really have those colors in other palettes, and I need some bright colors too, not just pink and purple. Okay, so number 22 is this palette here from Morphe. It's the Gemstones palette, but this one is a small one. It's the mini Gemstones palette. I got this like recently too. I got this in November. I wanted to try the big Gemstones palette. I know it was pigmented, but I just never had the opportunity to try it. And I just think it was like too overpriced for like colorful palette. I know I'm not that colorful girl. I rarely wear blue, green, like just those colors. And so when the mini came out, I was like, okay, this is an occasion for me to test that out. And I did, but you know, I don't really wear colors, and that's probably why it's not in my top 10. I still sometimes need some colorful palette. Like the 4th of July, I was wearing blue and red, and yeah, for example, it has blue and red. I got rid of the, what did I use for the 4th of July? Oh, the Take Me Back to Pressed palette. So yeah, I got rid of that one, and this is a new palette. I'm not very fan of gemstones too. I don't buy a palette because I like someone. Like, that's probably the reason why I don't have that many palettes, but yeah, I just got it because I thought it was a cool palette. Okay, number 21 is another palette from JUVIA'S. This is the Zulu palette, same reason as the Gemstones palette. I don't really reach out to this palette anymore. Not anymore. Not really, because the only colors I've used are these 3 here from that row, the first row. It's just because I did some orange, look, did I do orange or brown? Either way, I just used like one of those, and I used the yellow one to blend it. I haven't had the opportunity to wear these colors yet, and it's a pretty palette. Like, even the packaging, it's really cute. I didn't declutter it because of course I like these 3 colors here. I don't have that in, actually maybe I do, I do, but it's still like very bright and I like it. I still like this palette. I just need to use it more often, I think. Number 20. You're gonna be surprised because this palette is from one of my favorite brands, which is HUDA Beauty. I really like the brand. I'm talking about eyeshadow palettes. I haven't tried their complexion products yet, and I don't think I'm really interested. I don't know, but the palettes are really good, I think. Anyway, this palette here, number 20, is the Topaz Obsessions from her Obsessions collection. The reason why it's in the number 20, it's not on my top 10, you might be surprised. It's just because I like the metallics. It's really good. The mattes are not that pigmented. It's so hard to work with. I was so surprised. That brown here, you know, when it's the like blended wing eyeliner, I do that with like other palettes. It's really fun, but I've tried this brown here and it was not fine. Like it was so hard to make it pop. Like, it's so hard to get it. Let me swatch it for you. Like, okay, like the swatches is not great because that color is just not great. Like, I don't understand. Like, see here, it's kind of like off here. I don't know, it's just like too smooth. I don't know how to say it. That palette is like, it's not chalky, it's just like too smooth, and it just doesn't work for me. That brown is just terrible. Okay, number 19, it's still from HUDA Beauty. It's the Ruby Obsessions, and I've used it on one of my videos. I'm gonna link that down below too so that you guys can see. It worked really good on that video. It is pigmented, it's really good. The reason why it's in here is just, I don't know, this palette is more red than pink. The packaging is pink, but I thought it's gonna be more like a pink palette. You know, I love pink, but it's more like hot pink, like red, and I don't really wear those colors. I like this shade here though. I like this one here and the one in the middle. They're amazing. Let me swatch that for you. Okay, number 18 is another palette from Juvia's Place. It's the Saharan 2. I like those colors. I like burgundy. It has like warm shades. This one here tends more to be red than like, you know, it's like really dark in the pen, but like when you swatch it, it's more like red, like not even red. It's more like berry. I think this palette is great. It has like really great colors. I should really use this palette more often. This is number 17. It's really getting hard here because I like all of those palettes here. I'm gonna show you from now on. I use those palettes, I'd say, more often. So it's getting really hard, but yeah, here I am. So number 17 is this palette here from Dominique Cosmetics. It's the Celestial Thunder palette. I got this from BoxyCharm. She made this palette only for BoxyCharm. There is Celestial Storm palette, I think, which is like bigger. It has like similar shades, but it's just like bigger. I think it has like 2 more shades from this. So yeah, I got this on BoxyCharm. This is actually the reason why I joined BoxyCharm, because I saw it and I was like, oh my gosh, I want to try Dominique Cosmetics so bad. Like I haven't tried her palette. I like the color story on this palette. Again, this is like exactly like those shade here. It's like the Tarte palette earlier, so that's the reason why the palette is like on the bottom on my list, because I just have like other palettes like this one that performs like better. It's not really like my favorite palette, but it is a good palette, and I agree that it's on number 17. But yeah, number 16 is this palette here from ColourPop. It is really pretty. I don't remember what is it called. You know, it's like from their build your own palette thing, but I didn't build my own. They already built this for me, so it was cheaper than when you actually build your own palette. It was cheaper. It had glitter, and the glitter was a new formula from ColourPop that I wanted to try. So the reason why I got it, I don't have any glitter palette, and I think like their glitters are so pretty. I've used it on my channel once too, and I'll link the video down below so that you can see. But yeah, it has like neon colors here, so I didn't have anything neon on my now I have one palette that you see later that has neon colors too, but this is my first palette that has like neon colors, and I just think it's pretty unique. I don't have any glitter palette as well, so I'm not gonna did not declutter this, because yeah, I like this palette. I think it's a great one to keep in your collection. I think I messed it up. I don't know when, but this is number 14. I mean, this is number 15. I'm just gonna put the number, you know, somewhere on the screen so that you're not lost. But yeah, this palette is the Magic Mini by Juvia's Place. The reason why it's not on my top 10, now I'm just gonna like, can I explain why those palettes are not on my top 10? Because they're good. The pigmentation is good. The metallic, like always, they are great, like always great for Juvia's Place. Now I don't really reach out to this palette very often, but it has like some interesting colors, like really unique colors. Like the name is Magic, and I think it's just a magical palette. It's really great. It's like one of my Juvia's Place favorite palette. I've used this on my channel as well. Yeah, you can find all of those links on the description below so that you guys can watch my video. And this palette on number 14 is still from Juvia's Place. It's the Nubian 3 Coral palette. I really like this palette. I did a review on this, swatches, a look, like everything. I'll link that down below too. It is just a great palette. It has like cool colors, as I said on my previous videos, in warm colors. I'm not really gonna talk about it, but if you guys want to learn about this palette, just go see my video. But yeah, this is my favorite Juvia's Place palette because I'll reach out to this more. I just like this palette, and it's on number 14. Now number 12, I have this palette here from Huda Beauty. It's the Mauve Obsessions. I got this from Ipsy. I bought it from Ipsy. I wish I could fit more palette in my top 10, but I couldn't, so those are just great palettes. I just like others more than those. That's probably why they're not on top of the list, but I like this palette. It is great. Also, those palettes here, the Mini Obsessions, are so just, it's travel friendly, so that you can bring when you travel. It's just so good. I like that. I can just like shave like 3 palettes and I can have like 3 different looks during match instead of just like 1 palette, because I can bring 3 palettes because it's too big, and those are just small and they are all different, so that is great. I like that. I always bring those when I travel. I brought like, did I bring, I thought I brought like 5 of them when I traveled to Madagascar, which I didn't even use this, but you know, it's small, it's not gonna be like big and heavy. So yeah. On number 12 is this palette here, still from Huda Beauty. Are you surprised? I'm not really. I like Huda Beauty, and you're gonna be maybe if you didn't know me, you're gonna learn from this video that I really like Huda Beauty. This one is the Amethyst Obsessions. I've actually, like, when Huda did a sale, I got the Neon Obsessions and the Ruby Obsessions that I rated like not really good, and then I was like, oh my gosh, I should have like gotten the purple one. I love purple. Why I didn't get this? I didn't have enough money back then like to buy 3 palettes, so I had to make a choice, and I chose the Ruby. But then like on Black Friday this was like $11 I think, so I was like, okay, 11 bucks, I need to get that. Like, it's time for me now to get it. I was gonna get the ColourPop one, it's my pleasure palette, but when this got on sale, it was even cheaper than a ColourPop one, so I was like, I'm gonna get it. Oh, let me swatch this color here, the one in the middle here. Let me swatch this because it is so pretty. Like, how pretty is that? Like, seriously, like, oh, it's more like a topper, you know, that you put like on top of like something, not just like by itself. Okay, here is my number 11 palette. You made it farther than the Amethyst palette. Just because I think this palette is really good. It's the Focallure Sunrise palette, dupe of the new nude from Huda Beauty. I don't have the new nude, but and I said this one is already great. So it has like purples again, you know, just like the new nude. It blends nicely. This is my only Focallure palette, and I think that they did really great. I was surprised, like this shade here. Yeah, this is one of the palettes I've used on my channel. The link will be down below again. Okay, my top 10 palettes. Now I know you guys like really want to know what are like the 10 palettes I really like the most. If you know my collection, you probably can have an idea of, you know, my top 10 palettes. My number 10 is this Neon palette here. I just like Huda Beauty, and I have a lot of her palettes, so I have to rank them. This is on number 10 because why? It's just like, it's very pink. It's not a palette that I could use like every day, but it's so pretty. Like, those shades are just, it's like chunky, but when you like, you know, let me swatch it. What am I gonna swatch for you? This pink here, or this pink down here. Let's do this one here. It has this micro glitter on it. Oh, can you guys see that? I like pink, we all know, so this is the reason why I got it. It has like neon pinks, of course. It has this nice lilac shade here. It's like my shirt, or my sweater, I mean. But yeah. Number 9 is this palette here from Urban Decay. It is the Naked Cherry palette. This palette is pretty. It is just my favorite color, so those are like just palettes I reach out more often. This is pretty new. I got it in December, but I use it pretty often. I like the looks I've done with this palette. I'll just like those colors. A little bit expensive, but again, I got this on sale. When it went on sale on Ulta, it was like half price, so I think I got it for 25 or 24. I don't really remember, but not a palette that I'll buy for full price, but when it went on sale, I was like, yeah, sure, I'll get it. Great packaging as well. Look at that, it's so cute. And yeah, okay, number 8 is Anastasia Beverly Hills, the Modern Renaissance palette. Yeah, this is a good palette. I'm pretty late because I just got this palette for Christmas with the Soft Glam palette. It is a good palette. It's one of those palettes I told you that I like it more than the Tarte one, the one on my bottom. It has the same colors. This one is creamier. It blends better. Good formula. I like it. This is my number 7 palette. It made it on the top 10. It is Drugstore, but it is a great palette. It's the Jaclyn Hill palette, probably not new for you guys. This palette is the first. I'm not sure if she made another one. Oh, my palette is so messy. It is a loft palette, that's probably why it's messy. I've used it so many times. I used this palette during my wedding day. It's just like nice. It has like transition shades. It has great dark color. It is just a great palette. I like the metallics on this palette. It is so good. It's just so sad because I don't reach out to this like often because it's big and it's always on the bottom of my drawer. I did a video of it though for Christmas. Yeah, you'll find the link down below. Next, my top 6 are the best. I love those palettes. Those are palettes I use more often, that are pigmented, blends easily. Okay, for 6th place, there is this palette here from Huda Beauty again. It's the Rose Gold palette remastered. She came out with the first one, I don't remember when, but this is like another one that came out later that, yeah, she remastered the formula, and it's new formula. It's really good. I got this last year. I cherish this palette. I don't want to use it a lot. I got it for Valentine's Day, and I just don't want to like use it too much because this palette is just so pretty. Like, just like look at that. It is really pretty. I like all of those metallics here. It's so buttery. Those ones are really different, and it is really good. The mattes are just so easy to work with. You don't need to like, you know, blend a lot. Like most of those palettes I'm gonna show you guys now is palettes that you don't really need to blend out like too much when you blend. It's just like they blend easy and so nicely. Nice packaging. I don't know what else to say. I just like this palette, and good job, Huda. Okay, here are my top 5s, and number 5 is by Urban Decay, the Born to Run palette. I can hear Toby barking. Okay. Anyway, this is the Born to Run palette. I got this last summer. I like this palette because, see, it's another like combination with browns and orange and like purple, kind of like the, you know, it's kind of like the Dominique Cosmetics earlier, or the Tarte palette on my bottom that I hate. I've taken it with me a lot traveling. It just has some interesting colors. Like, let me swatch this to you. I think it is really pretty. It is an interesting palette. I don't really use blue or greens as much, but I think I really should. I got it when it was on sale, half price again, and it was really worth it. When I saw it on the website, I was like, I don't know if I like this palette, but all of the reviews, they were all like good, like you need to get this palette. It's a really great palette. And I got it, and yeah, I trusted the review, and I'm glad I did because it is a great palette. My number 4 is a palette I just got recently, JUVIA'S palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills, the collaboration of the YouTuber JUVIA'S. I don't know if you know her. I watched her videos even before she launched this palette. She's amazing. She represents well Black women in the beauty industry, and she has a strong personality that I like her, and that's not the reason why I got the palette. I just got it when it was on sale in January. What's the deal with me in pink and purple? It's just like so annoying. Not annoying, I guess, because I like it. Number 3 is the Anastasia Beverly Hills again. It's just because I think it's worth the price. Like, those are expensive palettes, but it's just like worth the price because they're really good. They are creamy. They blend really well. This stays on the eyes like long time. It's long wearing. Here, it's a Soft Glam palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I got it for Christmas too. It is just great. I know I'm late, like everyone has used this for a long time. This is like the perfect nude palette, like one of the perfect nude palettes. This and my number 2 palettes, they are just like the perfect nudes. It's just like, oh, like I like all of those bronzy and browns and warm. It's just like nice colors. I love it. I love it. You may know my top 2 now. It was hard for me because I was like, I want to do this like number 1, but then Okay, let me show it to you. It's the Huda Beauty, of course, Huda Beauty, just like my favorite brand for palettes. This is the Nude Medium Obsessions. I got this using my points at Sephora in January. It's really great palette. When I was in Madagascar, I would use this like every time I do my makeup. I brought like other Huda Beauty palettes there, but I've used this a lot. Like, I was shocked how much I love this palette. It's like reddish, like brick browns that are like so nice. It was just like a good palette. Like it may like seem a little bit light, like those shades, but they're nice. It shows on my skin color. And the metallic, no need to say, they are the best. They are the best. You need to get this. I almost like gave it '1. The only reason is I wanted a big palette to be '1 and not a small palette. I still like it. Okay. Number one. What's number one? If you know me, I used '1 to do this look here. Like, what palette is it? You guessed right, it's the Mercury Retrograde by Huda Beauty still. Huda Beauty just like makes the best palettes. It's crazy because it is expensive, but I don't know, it's just like so good. And this just like was launched in November, I think. It's just like a good palette. I used it to create this look. I used it in my previous video, 1 palette 3 looks, and this is one of the looks, so go check that out. I did other fun looks too. You can just create like I don't know, just like can create so many looks in this palette. It is pastel colors, but it is great pigmented. It shows on my skin color, which I'm surprised. I don't even have like a good base. I just use concealer. It's not chalky. It doesn't have any fallouts. You just have 4 textures. This palette has 4 textures. It has like grip matte, creamy metallics, the lead copper formula, and glitter. It is plastic too. This is plastic too. That's the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching till the end. Don't forget to check those videos I've mentioned earlier. They are on my description box. I'm gonna put all the links there so that you guys can watch if you haven't seen it yet. If you're new here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss anything. And I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye bye.